Are you just about to join your MBA campus, extremely excited, and you have like 100 questions? Well, I know I had 100 questions before I joined MBA Gurgaon, and I'm gonna try and answer some of those questions. So we have a surprise guest with us here today, and here comes Priyanshi, my sister. So, like I've been mentioning for so long, that I make these YouTube videos for my sister. That is because Priyanshi over here has been preparing for CAT. Okay, and Priyanshi, do you want to give a short intro to them to set the context?
So I completed my graduation last year, then I took a gap for a year, prepared for my entrances, and this year I've converted a college. So I'm ready with my set of questions for MBA alum to ask what actually what entails a degree.
Yeah. But quickly, because I'm a proud sister, I would make a correction over there. So she has converted colleges and not a college, and she's yet to decide. And as soon as it is decided, I will share this with you over the videos. Quickly, my name is Urvashi Jain. This is Priyanshi Jain. I am a recent MDI Gurgaon alum, and I make videos on everything MBA, how I prepared, how was my life at MDI Gurgaon, and things I've been doing after passing out. So if these things interest you, please like, share and subscribe, and go to the comment section and keep writing what is it that you want to know about MBA, because your comments, your subscribes and shares is what motivates me to make more and more videos. Let's begin.
Okay, so my first question is, MBA kids are always going on about I don't get sleep, I only get 3-4 hours of sleep. Is it really that hectic? What makes it so hectic?
Alright, okay. So I would say the very first trimester, I don't know when first trimester will begin for you guys, but at least for us, the very first trimester when you enter the college, first you're trying to find your place in the college, make new friends, the lectures begin, but then also you're preparing for your summer placements, and therefore a lot starts to happen altogether. So I would say the first trimester is extremely hectic when people don't get much sleep, but then the reality is actually the case that after the first trimester people just lose habit of sleeping, and just because they are so used to sleeping at 3 o'clock 4 o'clock in the night, it just becomes a trend that people are just like,
so it's a choice later.
Yeah, I would say it's a choice later. Probably you would again start to get very busy during your final placements or something, but I would say after my first trimester I used to go off to sleep by 11 and like wake up by 7, so that was pretty decent for me, I guess.
The second question is more from a fresher's perspective. How do I choose a specialization? Because right now I'm not decided.
Okay, so this is a problem which a lot of people suffer from. One thing which a lot of my classmates did was, when they entered the college for their summer placements, they spoke to a lot of alums, and I think for a lot of people it was not about which specialization do I want to enter. A lot of people also tried to decide it basis the company which they wanted to apply for, and so they went to the alums and quiz them really well as to what is the internship like and what would be the final job role be like, because at the end of the day you want to do something which you enjoy doing rather than tagging a specialization to it. So that helped for beginners. And second, so this is summer placements, but let's jump on to the final placements. So first year kind of starts to give you an idea of which are the subjects which really interest you, which are the case competitions that you've enjoyed doing. And exactly.
Yeah.
So you kind of begin to figure by the second year, where does my profile fit, what do I like, and how can I then substantiate to enter that industry.
So what if you take an internship but you did not like that field and you want to shift? How difficult or easy is it?
It does become slightly challenging. That, for example, you went to an FMCG internship and then you're trying to switch to finance.
Yeah.
But I saw a lot of my classmates anyway do it, because again the reality is we take ourselves very seriously, but these recruiters have been recruiting for so many years, and that experience really aids. Yeah, exactly. They've been there, they've seen that, and they give you that leeway that it's okay. People change their minds, and if your resume kind of supports you fitting for that profile, most of the time, most of my classmates could actually, veer away from a stream and enter into a different sector for the finals.
So it's possible.
It's possible. It's definitely possible.
You don't have to choose within the first 3 months.
Yes, you please don't put yourself through that pressure. You have time.
Okay. Then I think the next question is more towards that. The summer internship placement starts within the 3 months that you join the college. How do you build a CV for that? And where all do you apply?
Okay. So the very first thing is, in most colleges, at least the top 20 colleges, you do not submit a resume. Yes, there are forms which companies open up and you have to go and fill up those portals, and they largely capture all the activities, hobbies, competitions that you've taken part in, where you've worked. It is kind of like they build their own resume.
Okay.
I would say that in the first 3 months, 2-3 things which you can do is try to take part in case study competitions. The sooner you start doing, anyway, you will educate yourself which field you want to go in. Also, it will benefit your resume. You can decide 1 or 2 committees in your particular college which interest you and you want to enter, and right when you enter them, start doing something within the first 2 months, so that you can then
So add
talk
to the
about it.
committee.
Yeah, so that you can
Yeah.
talk about it in your interview. I think more than building your resume, being able to talk about it in the
Yeah,
interview.
being able to portray passion for it.
I think what I really need to put out over here is, in the first 3 months you can't do much for your resume. It's not enough time. Your past grades will come into picture if that is the selection criteria for the company, and you've not sat for your very first term examinations by the time they happen. But what helps you is, almost everybody gets a shortlist basis their past profile in the summers. I know it's a little unfair, but the interview really matters. So if you're able to cross that shortlist, then you should be working towards that interview more than building your resume for at least the summer.
So it's a little bit of a fun question. What did you enjoy most about your MBA journey? Is there anything to enjoy?
It's a very cliche answer, but I found my future husband.
Jiju. What if I don't find a guy?
I hope you don't find a guy, because I'm an elder sister, okay? I hope you don't. But yes, what I enjoyed the most was that I had such a huge friend circle, and
So student culture,
campus life is
Okay.
what I really enjoyed. Yeah, who enjoys the lectures? I mean, some of them you do.
Do you enjoy the money afterwards?
Oh yes, this summer internship money is definitely what you enjoy. It's just 2 months of drudgery, and then second year, everybody is rich in second year.
Okay, so you mentioned the case study competitions. Nobody is born with the skills of a case study competition. How do you analyze a case? How do you present a case? So are they really important?
Okay.
First of all, they are company based and they are inter-college. So how do you differentiate which are more important? And secondly, how do you get better at them?
I would say it does not matter if it's between colleges or if it's a case study competition by some company. Yes, of course, if it's through some company, they will also be opening their internships through that case study competition, which is how people see it. But I would say in the longer run, you are building your resume.
Okay.
So first of all, one thing which I realized very late was, when you apply for a case study competition, try to reach out alums which are in that industry. Not because you want them to pick your case study, but because we literally didn't know on campus what marketing is, what sales is, okay, what trade marketing is. So rather than giving solutions out in the air which isn't exactly the practices in company, reach out to alums. It's not important to reach out alums in the company which is releasing the case study competition. Reach out to alums which are sort of from that industry. Read the case twice or thrice. Expect that you've understood the case. All right. You usually have team members also in a case study competition. So find people who are meticulous and really serious about it. Don't make groups with people who are your friends. Make groups with people to whom these companies really matter. And then reach out to alums and try to understand, how to explain the problem statement of the competition, and then try to understand from them how these things happen. So I feel that is like a good way to start the case study competition, and then rest you figure. I mean,
So you get better with practice.
you get better with practice, and also presentation skills matter a lot in a lot of these case study competitions. So definitely like brush up your PowerPoint skills in the very first 10 days of your MBA.
Huh. So what I don't understand is you say that you need to build your CV in the first 3 months. So these case study competitions are a way to that. But because we're so new, we don't really know the subjects. We don't really know what the industry entails. So how are we expected to win or maybe make a mark by without the knowledge? So we're not. How will we win?
Okay, so to begin with, you are not building your resume in the first first trimester. All right.
Okay.
You are preparing for an interview. All right, and what they want to see in that interview is not how much you've achieved in life,
Oh.
but how much potential do you have to soak up, like a sponge.
So
Yeah.
your thinking capability, your thinking process.
Your thinking process matters, so don't be so insecure कि कुछ भी नहीं आता है, क्या होने वाला है मेरा. You will learn, but you should keep your eyes and ears open.
Okay.
In the first year.
So it's basically a learning process in the first 3 years.
It's a learning process.
First 3 question is this is like a very MBA related and MBA morale. So how important and beneficial is it to be in the placement cell?
I know everybody thinks that place commerce get placed first and they keep the best offers for themselves. So probably I should get into the placement cell. Look, if you have a terrible profile in the past, all right, I will not define terrible profile. If you think you have a terrible profile in the past and you can't compete with your batchmates when you sit for placements, then probably join the placecom. But otherwise I would say they have no life. They can't mingle as well with the batch. They can't mingle with the seniors. They don't mingle with the juniors. What's the point, right? You're going there to live a campus life. And this is not me throwing a shade towards my fellow placecomers during my batch, but I know for a fact I had a much better life compared to them. And then to add to that, everybody keeps doubting them that they kept the best placements for themselves. I personally, I don't think anybody wants to be in that space, So my recommendation would be that stay away from the placecom unless you really feel that that is something you would enjoy doing, because there is a lot that you have to give up to be in that
It's
committee.
time consuming.
No, there are rules in colleges that you can't mix up with the batch, or you can't be a part of any other committee if you're in the placecom. So are you ready to
Okay.
give up on all of those things?
So I think that was an eye opener. I did not know that. Okay, so this is my last question. What would you do differently if you were to do it again?
I always think like I would chill less during my second year. I was placed when my
Quite early.
second year began. So I was so relaxed, and then it hit me in my final trimester, sixth trimester, that I'm just wasting time over here. So I started to develop editing skills and started my YouTube channel. You also started preparing, so it came to my mind. But I definitely feel like I should have done it earlier.
So you feel that you should have worked on yourself more?
Yeah, guys, you have 2 years in that campus. 100%. You're not going there to chill. Yes, party with friends and have fun, but definitely learn as much as you can, because later in life, either you don't get time or it's too much inertia when you're doing it alone. So find like-minded people and keep your brains active.
So would you say you did not do enough personality wise, like learn a sport or start working on your body, or CV wise ki I could have taken a course, I could have done this
So
and
that way I was one of the very much better ones. I always worked out during my MBA. I always found time to work out and take care of my health. But resume wise, I feel like it could have been richer in the sense that I was
Okay.
happy where I was. I could have done courses, online learning courses, or I could have not stopped taking part in case study competitions just because I was placed. So
Okay.
I definitely feel like I didn't challenge myself enough in the fourth trimester.
so you
Then I went
became
for exchange.
complacent.
I became complacent. 3 months I wasted. So in my fourth trimester, I didn't do much.
But you went for the student exchange.
That
so
was in the fifth trimester. That was in the fifth trimester.
Okay. So fourth
Yeah.
you wasted,
Yeah.
fifth you went.
Fifth was when I got this awakening and I came back and started YouTube.
Okay, ठीक है. So that is the only regret then.
Yeah. The rest was very nice. And I hope you enjoyed. Is that the last question?
Yeah, I did. No, I have 4 more.
The people are already on 17 minutes, man. So this is my sister Priyanshi. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and we are very soon going to be doing a video where I ask her questions on her MBA journey, on her gap year, where she's going, how she feels about it. So please stay on. I'll be making a separate what is it called, a library series which is going to be called the MBA Sisters, the JN MBA Sisters. So please hang on to it. Keep watching. Drop a comment. You guys know I read all of your comments, right? And please go down in the comment section and write what is your anxiety about joining an MBA campus. Bye bye.